It's working now. I just wanted to do a little vlog update on things that are going on because a lot of things have been going on. So I sort of decided that I would start talking out my thoughts and put something up just so that I can get a few more videos up on my channel because it seems like that would be a good thing to do, right? Um, Basically, I've been spending a lot of my time playing some games, checking out some Final Fantasy 14 after the new patch came out. Still really like that game. I think it's pretty fun. And I actually just got up to like level 15, which is kind of low considering I think the cap is somewhere around like 80 now. But I'm starting to like get up to the next tier of the Black Mage job, so I had fun with that. The first time when I played in the beta, I actually played a Lancer, and that was really fun. But now I'm trying to do a Black Mage because I wanted to be in where's the place? Because I was in Gridania before, and I wanted to go to that the desert city. I forget what it's called now, but that sort of thing. And then I know the other city is called Limsa Lominsa, but I forget what. Gridania and Limsa Lominsa, but I forget what the city I'm in is called, which is kind of ironic that I can't even remember my own city, but I know the other two. um, anyway, I've been doing that. I also picked up Life is Strange. I think it's an alright game. The first episode is mostly just setting everything up for the next few episodes. So I'm waiting about another 5 or so weeks for that to come out, and I'm really interested in seeing where it goes because I like the concept and I think they could do a lot with it, and I like the way it's been set up so far. I think it has a lot of potential. So I'm really interested to see where that goes. I think it's an alright game, but I think it could be a lot better, and I'm hoping to see some improvements in the next few episodes. The um the other thing is I've been running a playtest Fate game, which is really interesting. I can't talk about it too much, but I can say a few things that aren't really related to the system itself, which is basically that the characters are kind of interesting. The story is kind of interesting the way I planned it out. Cause it's sort of like a kernel of popcorn. We're sort of starting to like get used to the system again and like sort of like get in this little bubble. I'm just sort of waiting for the bubble to sort of expand and pop out, and we get really standout moments. Because so far, I feel like the campaign is sort of in the middle, not really that great, not really that bad, but it could be a lot better. And I'm kind of just trying to get used to the system to the point where I can say, okay, well, we're really, we need some time. But once we get there, it's going to be really exciting to see where the characters end up and what they can do at their full potential. And so we're still developing the characters in the story. And I still need to kind of get the flow of the system back in my head, like how Fate works and all that. But it's fun to run that system because my friend Max, who's used to playing D&D, is like so interested in just being able to play like a free-form system where you can pretty much do anything, which is really interesting to him because he's a really creative person and so am I. So like giving us this chance to like be a lot more freeform is really interesting. And so that's the one RP I'm doing, and the RP that I'm planning on doing after that, because it's sort of a shorter session. We're only planning on doing like 2 months or so. The next thing I'm planning on doing after that is either a sequel to the Numenera campaign, which I want to do at some point, and or a superhero campaign of some kind. I think we're looking at using like the White Wolf or Scion system, which should be fun because I haven't tried that yet, and I have a bunch of the White Wolf. I have like one of the White Wolf books, and I've never actually gotten to use it yet, so it should be fun because we wanted to do something with World of Darkness, but it got really complicated, and we all like superheroes. Like me and all my friends like superheroes, so we figured, hey, why don't we try, doing this sort of thing with superheroes that's sort of also kind of dark and edgy, which can be really interesting, I think, because You get those sort of grim, gritty Watchmen style, like heroes fighting against other grim, gritty sort of odds or monsters, and I think that could be a really interesting idea for a campaign. So you sort of get down there. I mean, the powers don't necessarily need to be at that level. In fact, in Aberrant, I think they have a lot of Dr. Manhattan style, like quantum powers that could get really ridiculous, which I think is kind of neat. But also, I kind of also appreciate like a lot of street level heroes. Like those are my favorite kind of heroes in Marvel and DC generally. You have like Hawkeyes and Spider-Mans. I'm really not the kind of person who's into like the high level superheroes. I kind of like more low to mid level heroes who kind of are more personal in a way. Because when you get up to that level, you get like Supermans and Dr. Manhattans that can pretty much do anything, and they feel a lot more impersonal to me. They're icons and they're important and they're powerful for sure. And not it's not like they don't have personalities or goals or interests or they're not interesting. It just feels so much more personal when you're dealing with a guy on the street, who has problems that are not so hyper cosmic that they have to question all of reality in order to find an answer for their problems. That sort of thing. So I'm really looking forward to doing something with that. Otherwise, I'm also working on publishing this comic that I'm working on called Nova's Journal, and right now I sent the last 2 pages to be colored. So I think that's going well. I circulated the links around a few times, hopefully trying to still get pre-orders in. And the book should be coming out by the end of this month, so I'm really excited for that. Whether or not it does well, it doesn't really matter that much to me, because to me it's more of a personal project and whatnot, and it's something that I've worked really hard on for the past decade, really, just trying to get out there. And now I'm finally old enough where I have the resources and the experience necessary to actually get it into a published form. And for me, that's really important, because whether it succeeds or fails isn't really important to me. The fact is that I did it, and I'm really proud of that, in a sense, the fact that I'm getting closer, but I'm not really ready to accept that pride yet until I actually finish the project, because it's still technically being worked on. Beyond that, I don't have a lot else going on. I'm just sort of trying to relax, because work and all this work that I've been doing on role plays and comics, and I'm trying to like keep up with my school work. It's all kind of bearing down on me, but I'm taking it, and I'm doing the best I can with it. I'm trying to hold together, because I'm a pretty fragile person overall, but I'm trying to hold together the best I can, and looking forward to all these different things I'm doing in the future. I'm trying to basically now do this Fate campaign, I think twice a week, because those are my free days. I have 2 free days a week. So I'm thinking about doing it starting this Monday, and I also have a session of Carl's campaign called Mystic Machina on Saturdays, which should be fun, because I feel like that campaign is getting closer and closer to like an end point. So I'm kind of excited to see where it ends. Although it might not necessarily be anywhere close to the end, it might just be the middle of the road. I don't know. With him, I can never really tell where he's going, unless he directly says, "Hey, we're at the end." So I don't know. And my character for that is really interesting. So I have to figure out where I kind of already figured out what his arc is going to be and how he's going to end up by the end of the campaign. So I'm really excited to see him kind of get there and kind of play everything out. And I've also had that same character make a cameo in my Fate campaign, and I'm hoping to have that cameo actually mean a little bit more, or at least develop that character as more than just a cameo, and sort of make it into a full, NPC kind of thing. So overall, I'm having a lot of fun doing all these different projects, and I look forward to updating everyone on what's going to happen and what's still going on. That's it. See you later, I guess.